Skill number 5, create emotional safety. Be aware of your 7 nonverbal cues.
Half of our brains, our right half, can only speak the language of the nonverbal. And the nonverbal includes eye contact, then there's facial expression, tone of voice, posture, gestures, and timing and intensity of response. Those nonverbal signals can be taught to parents, and they can use them to understand what's going on with other people, especially what's going on with young children.
Percent of communication is nonverbal. You are the thermostat. We want to maintain a positive, effective tone that influences your child rather than letting their negative tone influence you. If you react to my emotional state, then I will feel more powerful and in control. By remaining calm time and time again, I will eventually see you as strong enough to deal with me and my pain, and I will stop testing you, testing the trust. Can I trust you? Can I? Because, oh, you're going to have another physiological reaction the next time I push your button. And then I'm going to go, oh, see. Now I'm going to yell louder. I'm going to yell louder because now you're making me feel really out of control. And if you can't control, if you can't manage you, then how are you going to manage me? Trust, staying stronger, kinder, and wiser. Parent who yells, the child perceives that parent as a threat of rejection. Yelling does trigger for the adoptee, I'm unwanted. I'm just such a bad kid. That internal, I'm going to reject myself now. See how disappointed they are with me? They're so angry with me. So convey information in a storytelling mode to try getting below eye level in a relaxed posture. Have empathy and say, I'm right here with you. We're going to get through this. Just name it to tame it. There's a lot going on right here. Let's all take a deep breath, modeling. Trust that process. You don't have to have the answer right then and there. We are resilient. Most kids are resilient. Don't go to that flash forward parenting of, oh my God, if I don't do this right now, they're going to become a sociopath. Slow down. That's your own physiological reaction to your own stress state, to probably the way you were parented. Take a step back. The science, if you get below eye level, it actually activates the adaptive neural network and builds the executive function of the brain because it's less threatening. Even with teenagers, just get below eye level. Let them feel a sense of control. Think about having the rug just pulled out from under you. You had your whole birth family yanked away. You had no say in the matter, no choice. And now you have a new identity, an imposed identity that you're supposed to be, and you got to do this, that, and the other thing. It's hard to reconcile the present when you can't reconcile the past. I'm still dealing and coping and learning. It's a lifelong process, but we need our parents to join us, to have compassion. It's hard. Support transitions. Let them know the beginning, middle, and end of what's going to happen. I say this story a lot. Child in foster care. Every time they got in the car, she would have a physiological reaction every time they passed McDonald's. Every time. So the mom assumed at her last foster home, she ate a lot of McDonald's. No, I'm not going to be that parent, right? It's unhealthy. No. So she went into teaching mode. Yeah. It became full-fledged temper tantrum. Pull the car over. I want to go to McDonald's. I want to go in there. I want to go in there. This was hysterical. So she brings it right into therapy. And all right, we're going to be curious with her. So tell us, how come you want to go to McDonald's? You have a lot of big feelings about that. You know what she said? My mommy's in McDonald's. I'm in Los Angeles. A lot of visits for foster youth happen at McDonald's. She thought her mommy was at McDonald's. So I said to the mom, you're not going to like this, but guess what? You're going to have to go to McDonald's. You're going to have to join with her. You're going to have to ask her and be curious. What was it like to be in McDonald's with your mommy? Tell me the story. Wow, what'd you guys play? What'd you guys do? Eat the burger with her at McDonald's. Because you're a therapeutic parent. You understand. You have to go into the trauma with the child and its grief and not be afraid of that and join and connect and feel what that feels like. To feel felt and feel like somebody gets you, what's shareable becomes more bearable. And when she did this, what do you think happened every time she passed by McDonald's? There wasn't a physiological reaction. It was, now we know what this is. And she may need to go back a few more times, and that's okay, because she's a therapeutic parent now. Or she may recognize too, let me set a boundary here. Let's not go past McDonald's, because it is a trigger for her. And we don't need to reenact traumas for kids. If we know something is triggering, we're not going to put them in the situation to help them to get over it. That's not how it works. We'll do things, and Bruce Perry talks about this small doses at a time. Another little story, foster adoptive family. We're going to the agency Christmas party. 6 of the kids get out of the car except one child. And he was the identified child in the family. He was the one going to therapy. He was the one who was having the biggest physiological reaction and the most resistance, with a lot of trust issues. I wonder why. He was in 3 foster homes. He was extremely vulnerable, very aware of his environment, easily triggered. The mother, she wasn't trauma-informed, attachment-informed, did not take this course. This was years ago. She's sweating at the Christmas party. Let's get out of the car. We're here to have a good time. Let's get out of the car. Nope, I'm not getting out of the car. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Let's go to the Christmas party. We're going to have fun. It became a control battle, power struggle. She had to get some help from one of the other siblings to help him get in the building. This was so confusing and disorienting for her and perplexing. Let's bring this up in therapy. So tell us what was happening. Tell us the story. Wow, you were having a lot of big feelings in the car that day. Whew, it was tough. What was going on? What was happening for you? Not what's wrong with you. Why did you do that? What was happening for you? Wow. You know what he said? I thought she was giving me away. Wow. Changed everything. He thought she was bringing him to give him back. You just step back and go, ooh, this is a vulnerability. Something's being triggered here. Don't exactly know what it is, but we'll figure it out. So she learned, I got to tell him the beginning, middle, and end of where we're going every time. Guess what? We're all going to the Christmas party. We're going to all go in. We're going to all open our presents. We're going to eat really good fried chicken. We're going to put our presents in the bag. We're all going to go home and chill out and play. That took literally a minute. So if you have a child and you're going, oh my gosh, this is my kid, do it. It's in your best interest. Just tell them what's going to happen. We need to know that the rug's not going to be pulled out from under us. So use the attitudes, and I love this. This also comes from attachment parenting. Place. Be playful. Like, you see how I'm playful? Like, whoa, that was a lot of feelings that day. We're taking the edge off so we can talk about it. Loving. I love you. I don't love it when you throw the cell phone down the street. Like, we got to figure this out. Stay curious and be empathic, verbally and non-verbally. And 75% ask open-ended questions. So tell me the story. Wow, what's happening? What are you feeling in your body right now? And if they can't tell you, that's okay. All right, I get that. It's hard to know right now. Reflect back what you hear. If they go, I'm having a hard time, go, oh, I hear you, you're having a hard time. I get it. Adoptees need a lot of validation. Validation is somebody hears me, somebody repeats me, somebody sees I exist. And with the rug being pulled out, there's a part of the adoptee experience we feel like we don't exist. Avoid saying to an idea, oh, it doesn't matter, because that is implying you don't matter. That's how personally we take it. I had one kid, she kept telling her mom, Mom, I want to build a tree house in the backyard. And she's like, nope, we're not going to build a tree house. Absolutely not. And it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Why? Because this girl had to keep repressing it. I really want to build a treehouse in the backyard. And she kept repressing it. What gets repressed must be expressed. What we resist will persist. So I said, just acknowledge it. Just validate her. Go, oh, I hear you. You really want to build a treehouse in the backyard. What would that look like? Now, you're the stronger, wiser, kinder parent going, it's not going to happen, but I'm going to validate her. I'm going to join with her because right now, this is my window. When you set boundaries with kids, go, wow, that's such a great idea. Wow, you could draw a picture about that. They go, Mom, can we really make it? That is not something we're able to do. It sounds like a great idea. I wonder when in your life you could do that. You're holding the line and holding the feelings. When you've done that validation and honoring and listening, she's not going to have a physiological reaction because her need was just met. Avoid blaming, shaming, and becoming defensive in your stance. The minute you get defensive, lost the trust, the rug pulled. It's done. Work on being curious. And if you're getting stuck, that's okay. We all have our own stress coping mechanisms from our own childhoods. Be curious, like, wow, I'm really defensive every time he yells and doesn't listen to me. But I'm understanding now, I'm going to be therapeutic about that. There's resistance. It's hard for him to trust me. All right. But why am I having this reaction? Why am I having a physiological reaction? Because when I was a kid, my father didn't listen to me. So now I'm needing my child to listen to me because that's validating my unmet need. Whew, that was a lot right there. But here's the thing. Children are not here to meet our needs. We are here as adults to meet our own needs. We're here to meet their needs. And our goal is to bond and fall in love with them and parent them and teach them our values, our ethics, our morals, and do the best that we can. And trust that. And when you do that from your heart and your mind, your child will be just fine. Say and, no but. Oh, that's a great idea, but it's, oh, that's a great idea. And when do you think that might happen for you? Because it can imply conflict. And these are just little things.